Every cloud has a silver lining, and nobody embodies this popular saying better than Yuvraj Singh. After the challenges he has faced on the road to recovery from his cancer treatment, he is now looking to use his illness to his advantage. In the world of advertising, brands love a differentiated story, and it gets even better if it has a sympathetic edge. And as a result, this boisterous batsman is going all out to capitalize on his survivor story. Tara Kapoor brings you more.
I think cricket is a very funny game. जब तक बल्ला चल रहा है, ठाट चल रहा है. जब बल्ला नहीं चलेगा तो फिर.
Yuvraj Singh isn't called the comeback king for nothing. The last 12 years has seen his colourful career veer between dizzying highs and heartbreaking lows.
I was coming with not great form, and I wasn't timing the ball how I wanted to end.
But bowl him a googly and he'll smash you for 6 sixes. Tell him his form is dipping and he'll throw that right back at your face, only to become the man of the tournament in nothing less than the World Cup. And now, the 30-year-old bombastic batsman is all set to make a comeback in the T20 World Cup squad. A comeback that is worthy of the stuff of legends. A return to the squad after one of his most challenging setbacks ever. Cancer.
Success में तो सब साथ है. जब चोट लगती है, इंजरी होती है, तो खुद को मालूम होता है उस दर्द के बारे में. I actually don't worry about my image that much, but definitely I'm a survivor and I'm very proud of it. Let's see where I stand and what I can do for my country again.
But it's not only adorning fans and cynical critics who are waiting with bated breath for Yuvraj to put on the Indian blues. Brands are also betting big on this swashbuckling sportsman to make a comeback. And this time around, the plan to market brand UV is a little different. Now that he has victoriously returned from illness and fought hard to find a place in the Indian squad, he's being sold as a true blue survivor story. With his new foundation UV Can and the constant comparisons with cycling legend Lance Armstrong, his managers are confident that he will be able to hike his endorsement rate going forward.
The minute he is the inspiration to one and all, I mean, he remains a hero irrespective of how he performs. And that's what brands look at, and that's what creates brand value. As far as his values are concerned, I only see them going up.
He's now moved into that bracket of being a more mature, more senior player in the squad. He is a role model to many of the youngsters who have now made it to the Indian cricket team. And I think the kind of brands that he will sort of associate with will be a reflection of that.
As talks about Yuvraj's return to the field intensifies, 4 new brands have shown interest in signing up the batsman as their brand ambassador. These brand categories range from auto, beverages to formal wear and telecom. However, these conversations are still in their nascent stages, as many brands are playing the wait and watch game and will only sign contracts depending on UV's performance. Therefore, the big question that arises is whether the attempts to convert Yuvraj's image from a dynamic batsman to a remarkable survivor story will actually pay off.
Like a typical brand ambassador where you only want to back him during his success. In our case, we are associated with Yuvraj because he is vulnerable as much as he's a success.
I think it depends on which brand he talks to. Probably a brand like Puma. We are very grounded. We also feel that he's like a human being like anyone else. Yes, he has gone through a lot and he has come back and he has had a great success and a comeback story. But that for us does not increase his brand value.
After being struck with a bouquet of big brands like Reebok, Pepsi, Seagram, Fiat, Xbox, Revital and Parachute, Yuvraj is now left with a much smaller brand basket, totaling to about 15 crore rupees with these 5 brands.
You can't really blame them if somebody's out with an injury or, for my case, diagnosed with cancer and, they're not really sure whether you're going to come back. And obviously it's easier for actors to be associated more with the brands than cricketers, because if you see, if an actor has a hit, the hit will go on for 6 to 8 months. So it's a bit more consistent, I guess, for the corporates. But with cricketers, once you score 100 and the next game you get out in 0. So it's back to normal again.
Even though Yuvraj Singh's brand portfolio has shrunk dramatically post his illness, his brand value still stands among the top 5 cricketers in the country. Dhoni leads the pack and charges a rate of about 8 to 10 crores per ad and has 27 brands in his kitty. Sachin Tendulkar is a close second, charging between 6 to 8 crores and endorsing 17 odd brands. Virat Kohli follows suit, charging around 3 to 5 crores per brand, and Yuvraj's endorsement rate is at about 2 to 4 crores with 5 brands in his portfolio. The hope is that Yuvraj should be able to wiggle his way back up the endorsement chart. The belief is that his survival story will do the magic.